Excuse me. Hey, what's up, people? This is Ike Love, creator and author of the blog, The Bible Alternative, which is an inspirational blog where I share the wisdom and insights gained along my path to becoming a greater, stronger version of myself. And if you want to read more on the blog and you're on YouTube, you click under the window where it shows more, and you see the link for www.thebiblealternative.com. So this is a message I'd like to share for those of you who are walking off the beaten path towards their passions or their goals, or towards just some yearning in their soul. You may not know where you're specifically going, but you do feel called to do something, Now, all of you may have one time walked the corporate or the beaten path. You have walked the you had a 9-to-5 job, you get a steady paycheck, you were doing what you were told to do, and you decided that just wasn't a life for you, and you wanted to listen to the calling of your soul, and you had a dream or you had some passion that you completely just can't stop doing, a good passion, not smoking crack or anything like that, but an actual productive passion, or you just, again, you feel called to do something. This message for you, because at times when we're on this path, the money isn't always free flowing. We sometimes get discouraged. We deal with a lot of failure, rejection, disappointment, discouragement, setbacks, and so on and so forth. And what makes it more difficult is that we look to those people who are walking the beaten path, who have 9-to-5 jobs and steady gigs and so on and so forth, and actually seem quote unquote successful. Because they're able to take vacations on a regular basis. They're able to buy houses, nice cars, eat in nice restaurants, and buy nice clothes. And so now we feel discouraged, and we feel like, oh my gosh, I'm such a loser. Look at this guy and that guy. I feel my life is on hold, while I feel that their lives are surging forward. Well, the first thing I want to tell you is this. If you walk, the minute you get on a path of alignment, where you're following the yearnings of your soul, even if you do not know specifically what you're doing yet, you are already succeeding. You are already succeeding when you are walking on that path. You're already succeeding when you decide to hear the calling of your soul or your spirit and take that path. And so there is no failure in that path. It's just learning. Whatever is happening to you, whatever experience you are experiencing on that path, is to hone you and refine you and to mold you into the person you need to become to fulfill the mission of your path, of your journey. So therefore, you are doing quite fine. Also, even if you do not, why am I yelling? Even if you do not specifically, or you're not able to, quantify where you're actually going, and you call yourself lost, or you don't know, you say you're lost, you're wandering aimlessly. The fact of the matter is, you are not wandering aimlessly on a path that's meant for you, even if you can't definitively say what it is yet. If you're calling some learning of your soul and you feel lost, you are not lost. Your ego is what's telling you that's lost. Your spirit knows you're exactly walking in the right direction. Because here's the thing. As you know, we have the mind, body, and the spirit. There's food for the body, food for the mind, and food for the spirit. All right? If you feed your mind and your body, but you're not feeding your spirit, this is when you hear or feel that utter yearning in your spirit. This is why you find people making millions and millions of dollars and feeling empty inside, because their spirit is calling for them for something to do, and they're ignoring the spirit and everything like that. And they just, everything they built around them just seems like a big lie, because they're still not happy. What you're doing, I forgot what I was originally leading to, but you're doing now is you're feeding your spirit by walking on this path. You're feeling the yearning of your spirit. So whatever comes out of walking this path, whatever success you eventually have, whatever fruits that grow from the trees you planted, are going to be planted or rooted in a firm, strong foundation. So everything that comes of it now is going to be fulfilling. Whereas people who are walking on the beaten path, they put the cart before the horse. They have all these trappings of wealth, but yet they're not happy because they forgot to satisfy the spirit. The spirit is the core of everything. If we read the Bible says, a spirit sustains a man in sickness. But who can, or what can maintain a what can maintain a broken spirit? You know, often, you know, when we're going through a trial and tribulation, or, you know, a harrowing situation, if we do not allow our spirits to break, we will get through the situation. But if our spirit is broken, often we perish after that. You know, we succumb to the situation. When many people talk about, oh, you know, he couldn't break my spirit. Yeah, when a person says, yeah, my spirit wasn't broken, he couldn't break my spirit and everything like that, usually they're saying, my gosh, what the hell was I just alluding to? When a person is saying, you know, that person tried to break my spirit, or he couldn't break my spirit, what he's basically saying is he's given the reason why he was able to come through that situation. You know, yeah, why he was able to come through that situation. So when you're walking off that beaten path, you are answering the call to your spirit, and you're laying the firm foundation, and you now are laying out a life of fulfillment. It's just now that you're waiting for the fruits, to see the fruits of your labor. But I say that in doing of the thing itself, that is fulfilling in and of itself. If you like playing the violin, or you like playing tennis, or you like writing, or you like there's a certain service you're given that completely fills you with passion, you have a labor of love or whatever, you know, doing that is an end to itself, because many people who do that do it for free before they're able to get paid. Sorry, I'm distracting everybody, but they're doing it before they're even able to get paid, because the doing it of itself is the payoff, you know. So that being all said, you're already succeeding if you're off the beaten path, and you are not lost if you're walking on the unbeaten path. You already found yourself. You know, you may not even be able to see where you're going, but your spirit, now when you're flowing your spirit, things will eventually come to fruition. The picture will start to form of what is going on. I will say, and I heard this excellent what you would call analogy, that the worst day on a path of alignment is better than the best day when you're walking the path of non-alignment, you know. And if you ever have the temptation now, because, you know, your ego is getting to you, and you're watching all the trappings of wealth of people who have these 9-to-5 corporate jobs that you originally had foregone to walk the path you're walking now, if you ever get the temptation to walk back on that path, remember that even if you have those stuff, you're still going to have an empty hole inside, and it's going to be completely unfulfilling to you. The path of non-alignment in and of itself, you being on that path is makes everything else unfulfilling. You know, it's like wearing a glass of a certain color. No matter what you have on that path, the fact that you're on that path is the unfulfillment, you know, is the feeling out of alignment, is the living the life that's a lie, you know. So when you're off the beaten path, things may be difficult, but just know, if you have the right attitude, and I say it right, have the right attitude, have the right perspective, that you're on the right direction, and stay true to that, things will eventually work out. Think about a seed that's planted. I learned this week in this insight I got. Think about when you plant a seed in the ground and you put it in fertile soil, and, you know, the rains come to nourish the soil, and the sun comes also to give the nutrients to the soil, to ignite whatever is enzymes and so on and so forth, and life, what's that word? And ignite the life processes that are necessary to help the seed grow and bear fruit. Just like in that same scenario, when you're on that path, you're your own off-beaten path. You're like that seed sown in the ground. So you do not have to try to grow. And that doesn't mean being lazy and lying on the ground and waiting for things to magically fall in your lap. But what it does mean is that you don't have to try to make it. You're already making it. You're already in the part of a process that's going to make you make it. You're in the part of the process that's going to bring you to a certain point. You just have to go with the flow and take action when necessary, and kind of relax and don't take action when that's necessary. It's all about being part of a flow. So, you know, when you're in a path, you just need to submit yourself to the flow and stop worrying if things are going to work out. You know, you've already, things in the universe, God's universe, are already taking place. Process already taking place. You don't have to try to friggin' like strain to make things happen. You know, you just have to put yourself on that path, and things will happen. Process will happen on your own, on their own. I'm not saying magically, like, you know, you don't have to work hard or whatever. What am saying is that, you know, you don't have to worry about things, whether things are going to work out or not, and everything like that. You just have to submit yourself to process. And when you submit yourself to process, you do the things that you are called to do at the right time and necessary time, and learn the necessary lessons that result from that. You know, even if you feel that you do not know what you want to do, you do not know what direction you go, you take some direction. No direction is a wrong direction, because it's going to teach you something and lead you to the right direction. All right. So you are doing just fine. You know, you are doing completely just fine. You know, everything's going to work out, even if things don't seem like working out. Even if you have holes in your crotch your pants like me, and you haven't, you know, and you know, you have bills, and you know, you don't know when you're going to pay, how you're going to pay your next bill, or pay this or pay that, and you know, you don't know when you can't see money coming down on the horizon. You know, that's just part of the process. You know, most people don't walk this path because it's not easy. You know, it's not predictable. You know, it's not you can't control it, basically speaking. You know, you just have to surrender and trust that everything's going to work out, and that's hard for some people. But no, like I said, that you cannot appreciate the fruits if you don't appreciate the previous famine. You know what I mean? You cannot appreciate heaven if you had not gone through hell to get to heaven. So all this is a necessary part of you becoming the person you need to be. So I will say this: continue to just be aligned and surrender, and you are already succeeding. Your failure is succeeding, because it's not failure, it is learning. Whereas those people who are walking on the quote-unquote beaten path by listening to their parents and society about what success is, even though they're quote-unquote succeeding, they're failing, because their life is a lie. And my one disclaimer is, if you are walking that path and you love what you do, you love what your job, and you feel this is your calling, more power to you. There's no judgment on my part whatsoever. I'm just talking about those people who are following a script that isn't for them, you know. And so they took the path of least resistance and are walking that path and are quote unquote succeeding. They're not succeeding, they're failing. You start to succeed when you walk down that path that was meant for you, when you answer that call. And again, things, they are walking a path that's true to them, and that's success in and of itself. So I hope all this helps. And so I'm just calling that, I call this person back. I hope all this helps. If you want to read more on my blog, oh man, it's almost 12 o'clock, and I was supposed to turn this in this week, and the week is almost over. But anyway, if you want to read more on my blog, go to www.theviablealternative.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, go follow me on The Viable Alt. If you like what you had to say in this video, please, I heard this new word, please smash the like button, smash it. Also, if you feel anybody will benefit from this, please smash the share button. That's fun. And if you want to hear, or if you want to be keep abreast of more of the videos I make as they come out, please smash the subscribe button. I'm an idiot. But anyway, so I gotta go. I gotta return this call. So I hope all this helps. Relax is the word for this video. Relax, surrender, release, and just allow, and go with the flow. do what you're called to do at the necessary time, and you will get to the destination that you were meant to get to that's unique to you. So, hope all this helps. Take care. God bless. And peace.